be the most frustrating team in the NBA right now.
And what I do like in the midst of this trials and tribulations is Anthony Edwards' play.
Moving, Edwards drives in on Wiggins. Oh! Anthony Edwards! A serious rack attack!
Let's talk about the Timberwolves. This first half of the season, in one word, how would you describe it?
Roller coaster.
Why?
Because it's been up and down. We got hurt, but a lot of our guys stepped up like in a big way to help us win games, big time games. And so it's just been, a roller coaster.
It seems like at times it's been a little bit more challenging than you're used to. What's that been like from your perspective?
It's been fun, like trying to figure it out, navigate through all of it. The way that they guard me is intriguing just because I've never seen it before. We at an NBA level and they just put 2 on the bar everywhere that I go or 3 on the bar everywhere that I go. I got to get accustomed to it. That's all it is. Yeah, they ain't gonna go nowhere. My coach tell me that every day, the defense ain't going nowhere. Double teaming you, putting 2 people on you, trapping you, they ain't gonna stop doing it. The better you get, the worse it's gonna get. So I just gotta get accustomed to it and work around it.
You all didn't make any moves at the trade deadline. Your big move was last summer. You've had a little distance from it now. Karl-Anthony Towns goes out, Julius Randle comes in, Donte DiVincenzo comes in. How do you reflect on it now?
It's fun, man, because both sides are winning. I'm super happy to see Cat doing so well. He's big time. To me, he's the best player in the East. And on the flip side, us, like I said, it's been a roller coaster, but the love that Julius and Donte brings to the team, the love for their teammates, and everything that they bring on the floor, man, that's why it's super exciting for us to get them back because we miss them out there.
Best player in the East.
Yeah, for sure.
And has reached the 40-point mark once again.
Earlier this month, you became the first Wolves player with 3 straight 40-point games. And then it looked like Cat might have been paying attention because he goes out and has consecutive 40-point games of his own. Do you guys still sort of keep tabs on each other?
So he takes me, man, listen. He takes me after I had my second 40-point game. And then I told him, your turn. And then he went out there and got his first one. Then I had another one. And he oh, you just gonna keep him coming. Then he did it again, and I text him. So, we be trying to compete with each other for sure.
And if you think that he's the best player in the East, they have aspirations to be the team that comes out of the East.
For sure.
So you could end up.
I got to see us for sure, depending on how it go.
All right, let's do a little rapid fire here. Are we ready?
Yeah.
5 championships with different franchises, or 1 championship in your career with 1 franchise?
1 with 1 franchise.
Defended by Wemby every game for the rest of your career, or defended by Drew Holiday every night for the rest of your career?
Defended by Drew.
Steal Kevin Durant's fadeaway jumper, or Steph Curry's 3?
Kevin Durant's fadeaway jumper.
Dunk on LeBron, or block Cat?
Block Cat.
MVP, or a lifetime supply of Chester's Hot Cheetos?
MVP.
It is always so much fun to sit down with Anthony Edwards. The joy that he brings to this game is palpable, but there was one part of our conversation, Brian, that you felt like illuminated something about the Timberwolves. What was that?
Yeah, I don't want to put words in his mouth or overreact to anything, just to be clear.
Yep.
But he talked about how difficult it has been for him this year facing so many double teams. This is something he's never faced before, and how he's gone to his coach and with coping, how to cope with it. And then you say, well, what do you think about the trade? And he's like, Karl Towns is the best player in the East. I mean, I don't want to put 2 and 2 together, but he's clearly dealing with life without Karl Towns. And look, the Timberwolves, what's happened to them this year, they have definitely been beset by injuries. Donte DiVincenzo, who was supposed to be the 3-point outlet for Ant, has been out a big chunk here, and he struggled when he was in there. And now Julius Randle's been out the last 3 weeks with a groin injury, so he's really feeling the pinch right now. But their offense has basically been in neutral. They basically have the same level of offense they did last year. It has not improved after the trade, and their defense is still good defense, but it's slipped a little bit, and they're in the standings have slipped a little bit. So, to me, Ant, as usual, was very enlightening there, talking about the struggle, how much he misses, basically, or not maybe how much he misses, but how much he thinks of Cat while dealing with all these double teams.
Yeah, I think.
Him.
Go ahead, Perk.
No, he missed him. Go ahead. That's what I just wanted.
You want to underscore that?
Yeah.
No, I think that what he was saying, sitting with him, was yes, that this is something that he's trying to grow accustomed to, and at the same time, he is feeling the Wolves underperforming this year. He's aware of it. He's one of the most competitive guys in the NBA. As much as he does it with a smile on his face, he wants to win. How much do you trust the Timberwolves to be able to do that?
Trust? I don't trust them. I don't trust them. I trust Anthony Edwards. I don't trust the others around them. And look, we know that Anthony Edwards could drive the car across the bridge. The question is that how many of the other guys are going to be willing to help out and pay some of the damn tolls? I don't trust them. This is the thing. When they sacrificed Karl-Anthony Towns, one of the best, if not the best shooting big to ever play the game of basketball, all of a sudden you bring back Julius Randle, and what happened? You get more three-point shots out of Anthony Edwards because the paint is crowded. Now you're able to load and play boxes and elbows because when Julius Randle is out there, you can load up because you got two bigs out there that you don't trust to make shots. So again, this is a learning process with Anthony Edwards, but if I had to grade him, I would give him an A. I would give the team a D. That's why I don't trust them to get back where they're trying to get back to and the ultimate goal of actually being title contenders.
Yeah, the challenge with them is that they're a second apron team. And so it's just very hard to improve their roster. And probably why I don't know if they're going to be able to keep Julius Randle after this year. I do think we should give Donte DiVincenzo a chance to meld with this team and play off of Ant. Because if Donte DiVincenzo is the guy who was a record-breaking three-point shooter with the Knicks last year at 100% health, he can mitigate those things. But for various reasons, he hasn't been yet. And the Wolves haven't gotten to really show their end of this trade yet.
Wendy, what was that you just said? They might not be able to keep Julius Randle?
Well, like I said, they're extraordinarily expensive, and Julius Randle's a free agent. So we'll see. Maybe they're going to re-sign him, but.
And you remember a couple months ago I said this team is on the verge of having one of the worst trades in NBA history? Yeah. You trade away.
Well, look, Perk, they tried to trade for KD. They tried to trade for KD at the deadline. It was very hard as a second apron team to do it. They could revisit those talks in the summer, but I don't even know who's going to own the team in the summer. Wendy, that's another factor that we're not even computing.
But Wendy, the reason that they tried to trade for KD is because they knew they dropped the ball when they traded away Karl-Anthony Towns. That's it.
Well, they are hopeful that Julius Randle and Donte DiVincenzo return from injury within the next 2 weeks here in AF.
NBA